What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is currently 7:12. I did not intend to make a video today, but because we still have a few hours from the normal close-up time, I figured let's be a little more productive. I spent my entire day in the storage unit today to consolidate everything, throw away a ton of things, and most importantly, take a picture of a lot of the things that I'm going to be posting up for sale. I have over 100+ pictures, so definitely stay posted on the Static Service Instagram. Link is always in the description below. We're this close to almost clearing up enough space to put a car in there. When I got back home, I decided to put a lamp up on the ceiling to give me more lighting here in the garage. You guys saw it was flickering a little bit, so I turned it off, but I have the light here just so I can have more light shining down at me when I'm working here in the garage. In this video, I'm going to be pulling my built motor out from underneath the shelf to pull off the built head that's on it, which is a P72 GSR head. I'm going to be checking and prepping that cylinder head to get it installed on our all motor LS block right there. I want to keep this nice and sweet, so let's get to it. So this is my built LS VTEC engine that I pulled out of my red all-wheel drive CRX. This is a built sleeve block, skunk to rods with JE piston, aftermarket girdle. The cylinder head is a P72 GSR with a ported intake side as well as a slight port on the exhaust side. It has full Supertech valve train. It doesn't have cams in here anymore. It had ITR cams in here, but we are going to be changing the cam setup anyways for all motor. It has the Victor Rex, which I am going to keep with the setup, and I'm going to be swapping out the Eric's Racing throttle body for a 70mm because this is a 68. Golden Eagle fuel rail, I am going to be swapping out the FIC 1650s. I'm going to get these clean and then throw them back in the original boxes right here. But pretty much I'm going to be using the entire cylinder head here on that short block in hopes of making some really nice numbers. So we got the cylinder head off the short block, and I already pulled the ARP studs out with the dowel pins. These are specific to the LS VTEC, and I got the BLOX oil sandwich adapter with the line off. The block is going to go to my buddy Mike. He's going to be re-ringing this for me because I did kind of mess up this engine a little bit. I want to say, man, it's been a while. It's probably last year. It was last year. I went to the track, me and Leo, and what had happened was when I broke my rear axles in the all-wheel drive car, I ended up just taking out the transmission to throw on my GSR LSD to drive the car to the track and race it front-wheel drive. But I didn't get a chance to get the car retuned, and because the gearing is completely different between the two, I drove it to the track and raced it with my AFR all jacked up from the boost by gear, and some way or the other I smoked the rings out because when I drove it to the track it was fine, but when I drove it home it was smoking like a train. So the short block is going to go to my buddy Mike to get re-ringed, and then when I get it back it's just going to get wrapped up and put away like the ITR engine. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I'll at least have a sleeve LS block ready to go. So I have the LS block right here, and yesterday I was trying to make a video, but they're doing construction next door, so I ended up not recording anything, but I did spray my block, and if you look, it is looking really good. I haven't used the spray cans, the cast aluminum, in a long time, and this is the first one that I've done in a couple of years. I really like the raw casting look, but I mean, this thing was like stained so many ways that I wanted it to be one color, so I just sprayed the block. I'm not going to spray the cylinder head because it is actually pretty clean already. I am going to spray the transmission just so it looks kind of like uniform, but for the most part, the LS block right here is all nice and cleaned up. It is ready for the cylinder head. Now I have the cylinder head here, and I've been cleaning this as well too. Earlier, you guys may have noticed that it was super dusty, but it is now nice and clean aside from the rest dripping down there. But for the most part, all around the cylinder head is nice and clean. I cleaned the back side to make sure there's no oil dripping out, and a little bit on the side here, a little bit on the side there, and this thing is ready to go on, except first we got to do the ARP head studs right there. These are LS VTEC B20 VTEC dowel pins. The dowel pins get relocated to the front. These dowel pins are stepped. It is smaller on one side and bigger on the other. So when you're using the Felpro head gasket from O'Reilly's, the opening for the front, let me see, right here, the opening for the front is not big enough to go over this dowel pin. What you have to do is drill out this hole and this hole big enough to clear the dowel pin. If you look, the one in the back is a lot larger because that's where the, like, say, non-VTEC engine dowel pin sits at. And because we are now relocating it to the front, you have to drill it out to the same size. If you guys want to see a much more thorough LS VTEC conversion video, I'll be sure to link it in the description below. I covered it. I've covered LS VTEC and B20 VTEC so many times throughout the years being on YouTube, but I'll be sure to link the latest one. I ended up not using my drill press. The drill worked perfectly fine if you're very, very in control of the drill. I have the holes drilled out right here, and you can see the dowel pin goes right through it. I mean, there's 3 layers, so you got to shimmy it in there because you don't want to oversize it, because this kind of helps align the gasket onto the block, and it's kind of through, but I'm gonna have to kind of round it out a little bit. But I have the holes wide enough for the dowel pins, and now we can go ahead and clean the gasket in between, and then we'll set it on the block. Before I continue with the cylinder head, I'm going to straight edge this real quick because obviously we didn't go to the machine shop. But then again, this car never had any type of overheating issue, and this head was resurfaced beforehand. This head only has 500 miles since it was rebuilt. So I'm going to go ahead and just check it real quick. Good, good, good. I'm not pressuring this down. I'm just holding it in place. Somebody mentioned that to me in a different video. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Trying to make a video, Lucy. So guys, we have camshafts and we have cam gears. I want to give a big shout out to Nomis Industries. When I first met him, he also had a Craigslist listing, and on his listing he had some ID 1050X injectors, and I straight traded him for a K24A4 engine that I had with transmission. And also on his listing he had some BLOX HSL cams. These are good all motor cams. We've had them on a car before that made 240 plus, and the last I remember the car made 252 on E85. Very similar setup as the engine we are building here, except he had an 84 mil and mine's an 81, so probably not gonna make a lot of torque, but hopefully we see across 200. It's been a long time coming, and these have been sitting in my box for a very long time. Finally decided to do this all motor build because I wanted to utilize these camshafts. You can set your cam gears to 0 and still make some decent numbers, but if you want to really open up these cams, you have to degree it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how we're gonna go about degreeing this, because I know Nomis Industries does it as well, but he's, you know, it's kind of far away from me. But if we can make some decent numbers with the cam set at 0, then we'll do just that. But we can also degree at the shop where this car would be getting tuned, and guys can also degree cams as well too. We have some OG AEM True Time cam gears, and these are going to work perfectly fine for the setup. I don't know if these are older than the STR cam gears, but I also have some old school STR cam gears as well too. It looks like this is already set to +1 degree, so I might have to step this back a little bit just to set it at 0. Taking off these old seals as well too. Go ahead and just toss that in the trash now before I decide to be cheap and RTV them. They have been sitting for a little while now. I mean, they're pretty clean because they've been wrapped up. Grab my midget chair once again. I did go through this the other day, and I do have brand new camshaft seals right here. So I'm gonna grab 2 of that. There's like 8 of them. Okay. I don't know about the red cam gears though, but sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. You wanna go ahead and put your keyway on. Wood rough, whatever you prefer to call it. And go ahead and stick the cam gear on here. Okay. Go ahead and put the bolt on. I'm gonna have to look up the torque specification for this as well too. This is something I most definitely have to torque down. FullRace.com said 40 to 42 foot-pounds. I was getting ready to lubricate the valve tray before putting the camshaft on, and I just realized that the VTEC orifice O-ring dowel is gone. It was here earlier, and I don't know where it went. I'm guessing when I was cleaning the head on the trash can upside down on my rack, it must have fell into the trash can, and I tried digging for it for about 10 minutes. There's just too much stuff in there from the garage cleanup to find this itty bitty dowel pin. So I'm not sure if I can do the camshaft and the cam caps tonight, because that is very important. I did buy a brand new VTEC orifice O-ring and the dowel, but I believe that was the one that I installed here, because that is a new blue O-ring, and I did go through my red label box. There's not one in there. The little dowel pin is the same size as the water pump dowel pin, which goes here to align the water pump onto the short block. And I know in the storage I have like 4 or 5 water pump in my trash bin, so I might have to go over there to get that dowel pin before I can continue working on the camshaft and the caps. So what that means is I'm gonna have to wrap up the video for tonight because I am taking off in the morning. So I don't want to wait until I come back to do the rest of this. You guys already know the gist. I have plenty of videos of installing cylinder heads, camshaft, VTEC conversion, all that good jazz. Little Google search will also show you guys how to do it. And I'm probably going to do this when I get back in a couple of days. So I am going to end the video right here for the most part. You guys already know the saying, progress is better than no progress. I am super stoked that the cylinder head is finally on the all motor short block, and this thing is getting closer and closer to being done. Cylinder head's on with the ARP head studs with the brand new head gasket. Intake manifold was already attached. I still need to pop off my injectors to put some new ones in. Not entirely sure what injectors I'm running yet. I might be running 1000s in here just so I can run E85. I really wanted to make the move along with the all motor build, and I am stoked we are getting this far. So I am going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for regular programming out here on the driveway, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.